Hey guys, it's Ep26 here and welcome back to episode 26 of my Liverpool career. And today's episode, we got a massive game to kick off the episode with against Arsenal. That's in the Premier League, of course. Looking forward to that game as we slowly get a little bit closer to the January transfer window, and we should really have some big signings ahead for that window. So really looking forward to it when we eventually get there. But before we go any further into today's episode, if we could try 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Let's crack on with things. This is the team going to go with Anson starts in goal. Alexander-Arnold there at right back, Van Dijk, De Ligt, and Tierney in defence as well. Henderson, Chan, Wijnaldum in midfield with Salah, Firmino and Mane as our front three. A strong team, and again, pretty much the same sort of team that we've had over the last couple of games, to be honest. Let's crack on the match. We have Chelsea currently on the same amount of points as us. They have played an extra game though, so an opportunity for us to try and get a little bit further ahead of them. Let's see whether we can take it. Okay then, big game here against Arsenal at Anfield. Let's see how we get on, try and get ourselves a victory. Hopefully come away with those 3 points we really could do with. Arsenal outside the top 6, but you know, still got a good few players in this team, saying that they have made very big changes, okay? Very, very big changes. It's a really young team that we put out here. Very strange decision from them. Maybe there's some injury concerns, or maybe these guys are just the best players they have. Yeah, very strange. Chance here for Arsenal coming forward, and it's a great ball, and there's a number of people in the box lining up, but somehow they put it wide. It just had to be headed on target. It was a really simple one as well, and they actually ended up putting it further away from goal. Very, very strange. Should do better there. Arsenal should be, I'd say, a goal up. I think they should score that. Firmino weaving in and out, trying to get past Holding. That wasn't difficult, but Bramall manages to recover. Okay, still got it here into Salah. Oh, it's going to be a goal. That is ridiculous. I wasn't even looking at the screen. I was looking at the camera. We've managed to take the lead. It's a very strange one. I don't even quite know what happens here. I think we're going to back off Bramall, but it all starts from Rob Holding, who should really get control of it. It goes to Bramall, and he tries to pass it to Rob Holding, and it's a bit of a mess really in the Arsenal defence. It then goes through the legs of the goalkeeper as well, just to make it even worse. All over the place. What a shambles that is from Arsenal, and we're taking the lead. But like I say, it's a changed Arsenal team. This has massively changed. So many youngsters playing. I'm not really too sure why, but they've just got a really, really changed side out. No, come on, that's rubbish. They gifted us a goal, we just gifted them one. Absolutely dreadful. Passed it straight to them. We're obviously just trying to play out for the back here, but it's just not gone to the player it's supposed to go to. I was hoping that Robertson would push out onto that left-hand side. I think it's even, I don't even know if it's Robinson, to be honest, it's Chan. I was hoping Chan would go into play to the left-back position, but he doesn't. He stays central, he stays in position, I suppose you could say. And we've ended up passing straight to Van Dijk. It wasn't even supposed to go to him, and it's 1-1. Terrible. Ball straight to us there. Good chance here, Firmino into Mane, who's got a chance to score. Puts it wide. I'll tell you what, both of these teams are an absolute mess. We've been dreadful in defence and in midfield as well. And then Arsenal just been giving us the ball on a plate occasionally as well. So both teams are an absolute mess here. At half-time, I reckon we're going to go in at 1-1 at this rate. And that'll probably be a deserved scoreline. Neither team looking particularly great or full of quality. So, yeah, very disappointing first half from our point of view, especially when Arsenal field a team like this. You've got to come out here and you've got to dominate them and got to show your quality. And we haven't done anything like that at all. Half-time, 1-1. Disappointed with that. Very disappointed. Let's get on the second half though straight away. It's getting too warm in here. This is ridiculous. Sweating. Salah running and then playing it into Firmino. Firmino with a good chance still. Got to show a bit more strength. He crosses it into Mane, who scores. It's 2-1. We've managed to get ourselves in front. And we'll happily take that goal. Just showing a little bit more quality there, but like I say, it has been very inconsistent through this whole game so far. Disappointed with the way that we've attacked and defended. Kept all possession as well. It's been dreadful, really, from both teams. But we have just about edged it and deservedly find ourselves in front by a goal here. You can just see Firmino manages to eventually get a cross in, and Mane connects it really well. Good header. Good chance, and it's 2-2. We're drawing to a bunch of kids, and this is very annoying. It's because our defence is terrible. We in general have been terrible in this game. Arsenal have been terrible. It's just been a terrible match. It really has. That's the only way I can sum it up. Both teams have been absolutely useless. We've got to try and just hope that we can nick a victory here. There's 15 minutes to go. Like I say, there's not been a lot of quality on the show at all. And we really have struggled to play against kids here, which is annoying. All three training, Shaqiri, Solanke and Woodburn to come on. We'll take off Wijnaldum, Alexander-Arnold and Firmino. 10 minutes to go, 9 minutes to go, whatever. We're going to wait and see exactly whether those guys can make an impact or not. Shaqiri going to cut inside on his left foot and shoots. It's just about as bad as it gets. Solanke over to Salah. I think the whistle will be blown in a second. We'll see how long we get. Now over to Solanke. Solanke still going here. Great chance. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Had to go across the goalkeeper. Shaqiri still has it for now. It's going to try a cross. It's going to be a corner. And we've got to do something with this chance. Goalkeeper hasn't even come up for some reason. Shaqiri still looking to try and do something here. It's into Jordan Henderson. Henderson to Van Dijk. Van Dijk gets challenged, and that'll be it. Finishes 2-2. We got what we deserved. And that was 2 points dropped. Neither team deserved a victory there. Not enough quality at all. You can see how sort of average the stats look as well. Possession-wise, Arsenal beat us on that. We had one more shot, I think, but less on target. So, really strange game. 2-2 was, yeah, probably a fair result. Conor Randall's transfer talks break down once again. No surprise there. Transfer offer also in for Ojo as well. That's from Derby County, £5.7 million. And we are going to, I think, just accept it, to be honest. His value is 6. And that's actually a bit more than I was expecting for him. Finally seems like everyone's going, which is about time as well. Ojo's been sold, that's great news. Harry Wilson's been sold, that's fantastic news. I think we should have just over like 75 million, I think, in January when we enter that window with the various different players moving on, which is great news. Allows us to be able to bring in a couple of really good players. I've seen recently, Fekir has been linked with Liverpool. I think he could be the guy that we sign. Obviously also looked at maybe bringing a left back as well, so we'll wait and see how possible it is to bring in both of them. So what's the next game now against Swansea? This is the team we're going to go with for this away match. In the Premier League, Alisson starts in goal, Alexander-Arnold at right back, Matip, Van Dijk and Tierney in defence as well. We got in front of that Keita, Chan and Wijnaldum with Mane, Firmino and Salah as our front three. Let's crack on with the game. Let's see how we get on, trying to get ourselves 3 points. Currently 1 point ahead of Chelsea at the moment in the title race and 2 points in front of Spurs and Stoke City. So quite close in the top 4, to be honest, and I'm looking forward to how the rest of the season is going to go. We're also approaching the January transfer window now as well, which I'm really looking forward to. We've got to try and sign some players, bring some big names in. Fekir in particular is going to be a big one for us, and also a lot of players to leave us as well. But before then, we've got some games to focus on. This match, then Bournemouth, then Everton. Let's go with this one first. Okay, then here we go for this game at the Liberty Stadium against Swansea City. Let's find out how we get on, try and get ourselves a victory here. One of those sort of games that you're expected to win, but could well be one of those slip-up matches as well. We'll wait and see what we get. Keita, good chance here. Firmino onto Mane. Great chance for Mane to shoot and score. It's 1-0 inside 10 minutes. Mane does it. He scores the goal and he puts us in front here in this game. Very impressed with that bit of play. Firmino just holds it up so well. Waits for the run here of Mane, who runs off the ball. It's Keita who initially starts the attack though, and Mane slots home at the far post really nicely. 1-0, and it's a great finish. I think outside of the boot there as well. Very impressive stuff, and we're taking the lead. Keita into Wijnaldum, Wijnaldum into Firmino, tries to shoot first time, still going, shooting, saved by the goalkeeper. Should maybe have saved it a little bit easier than that. I thought he was going to keep hold of it, but to be fair to him, was going through a few bodies. Firmino into Wijnaldum, Wijnaldum still going, waiting for Firmino again to make the run. He does, and he gets a flick on. It's 2-0, doubled our lead. Fantastic play between Wijnaldum and Firmino, and we got ourselves another goal in this game. 25 minutes into this match, and we're just dominating Swansea here. We're not really holding back at all. We're constantly going forward for attacks, and that's a little chip there that should have... Klavan should have done something with it. He doesn't, and Firmino's able to beat into it. Probably one of the reasons why we sold Klavan, to be honest. The fact that he wasn't able to beat Firmino there. But yeah, there we go. It's worked in our favour, and our former players has helped us get the second goal. Oh my days. Swansea pulled one back. First shot of the game from Swansea, literally from nowhere. It's a switch, it's a great diagonal pass to the opposite side of the pitch. This comes from absolutely nowhere in this game. Brings it down really well, and then it's just a pass into the box. We should deal with it. Van Dijk should get there, Matip should get there, goalkeeper should get there. Somehow, a little guy, not even a clue who he is, a little fella just pops up and somehow scores and slots it between the goalkeeper and the post. I've no idea what's going on here. It's 2-1, and from literally nothing, Swansea City have scored somehow. Crazy stuff, but it's 2-1. No idea what's going on. Firmino still wanting to try and get ourselves another goal if we can. Little 1-2 here with Wijnaldum again, and this time saved by the goalkeeper. Great play once again though. Fantastic from Firmino on Wijnaldum. Still searching for that goal to put us back in front by 2 goals in this game. It hasn't quite happened just yet. Firmino, flick it forward. Oof, made a mess by the goalkeeper, and Wijnaldum managed to follow up, but it was again saved by the goalkeeper, who managed to just about save himself after a poor first save that he should have done better with. Keita, look for that ball through into Firmino. Has to be a third goal. Firmino does it, and we've restored our 2-goal advantage as easily as that. And it's been all one way really in this game, so we should really have been still in front by 2 goals. I don't know how Swansea scored, but they did, and so we have had to respond. We have done before half-time break. There's been 4 goals in this first half so far. Feels like one of those sort of games that could die out a little bit in the second half, but I'm hoping not. Hoping we can continue to score, because we're certainly not going to be holding back in the way that we perform, hopefully. That's it for the first half. Still win the game 3-1. Very impressed, obviously, that we've got ourselves 3 goals. Disappointed that we conceded, but I think Swansea's only shot on goal, I'm pretty sure it was anyway. We'll take a look. Could be wrong. No, 1 shot, 1 goal. So, yeah, that's pretty much how the first half went, really. We're the better team by far, certainly, but I don't really know how they scored. They did, and so we've lost the clean sheet. But we're still obviously favourites to go ahead and win this game, which is the most important thing. Wijnaldum to Mane. Mane skips past 1. Oh, a little 1-2 with Wijnaldum. Mane still going, looking for Firmino if he can. Firmino scores! That's a brilliant goal. It's 4-1, and we've extended our lead in front of Swansea here. Fantastic goal from us there. Brilliant intricate play, fantastic 1-2s, and you could always tell the pass was going to find Firmino at some point, and it did eventually. Lovely between Mane and Wijnaldum. Little bit of build-up play on the edge of the box here. Firmino just managed to drop off a little bit from the centre-back, and he can slot home into an empty net. And it's 4-1. Impressed by that. That's really good football. Firmino, ball into Wijnaldum. Open them up once again here. Has to be a goal, and it is 5-1. And absolutely fantastic stuff there. Wijnaldum gets the goal edge between him and Firmino again, just opening up the play, piercing open that defence and smashing it home. 5-1, and it's going to be a very comfortable victory here for us over Swansea. I forgot to make changes. There's like 5 minutes to go as well. It's tempting to make them. I think I might. So it's going to be Sessegnon, Solanke and Oxlade-Chamberlain to come on. We'll take off Wijnaldum, Firmino and Salah. Give those guys a rest that are coming off for the final 5 minutes. So not much of a rest, but still a little bit anyway. And we'll see how those changes get on in the couple of minutes that they have. Mane turning really well, going and still looking for a 6th. So close, just over the bar. Very, very close from him. Great turn there, just gets rid of his man so easily. Unfortunately, can't quite hit the target. And there we go, finishes 5-1. We get ourselves 3 points. Really impressive scoreline, obviously, for us there. Fantastic, saw so many goals. And Firmino gets the match ball. Wasn't actually aware of that. Didn't realise he got 3 goals, but there we go. He just gets himself a hat-trick in that game and continues his good scoring run as well for us currently. He's got quite a few goals. Pretty sure he's the top goal scorer in the league. I think he was on 11 before, so I assume it'll be 14 now. But yeah, very impressed with him. Looks like a fantastic player for us this season. And yes, as you can see, he is top on 14 goals. Mane second on 9. Wijnaldum in there as well with 6, having got a hat-trick in an episode which I don't think the footage was there for, so that was a little bit annoying. But yeah, he has got himself quite high up the top goal scoring ranking as well. Okay, so player drills this week, and Sanchez goes up to 62 overall. That's fantastic news. Obviously continues his climb as we try and sort of establish him as a better left-back than he is. He's still got a little bit, obviously, to grow, and hopefully we can get him to the team going into next season. Transfer for in here for Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it's from Zenit, £22 million. A bit bizarre to have a bid in for him at this stage of the season. Obviously, we are a few days away from January, so they may as well just wait, but we are going to reject it anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. Okay, so it's the next game now against Bournemouth. We are going to sim this game so we can get on to the next game against Everton in 2 or 3 days' time. Obviously, the big Merseyside derby, which I'm looking forward to. This game against Bournemouth will have a changed team as well, so it's a bit risky, but still a good enough side, I think, to win this game. Alisson starts in goals. Sidibe, De Ligt, Tarkowski, Robertson, Henderson, Cook against his former club. Ramsey, Shaqiri, Origi and Pulisic all start as well. So let's crack on with the game. Let's see how we get on. They have made some signings, I think, in that team by the looks of it. Abate's on the bench, so they must have. Origi scores 15 minutes in. Benicafobia gets himself an injury as well, although I assume not related. We are 1-0 up at this stage of the game, approaching half-time, and into the second half, we're looking for the second goal. Wilson equalises. That's not what I was after. Pulisic scores, then Firmino scores. That should be game over. Finishes 3-1. Happy that we get ourselves 3 points here against Bournemouth. Always important whenever you sim games to be able to get yourself a win, and that's exactly what we've done. Okay, on to the Merseyside derby then. This is the team going to field for that game. Alisson starts in goal. Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Matip and Tierney again in defence. And basically it's the same team that we put out for the last game that we played. So Chan, Keita and Wijnaldum in midfield, Mane, Firmino and Salah as our front 3. This is the bench as well. We've got Joe Gomez, Henderson, Aaron Ramsey, Chamberlain, Sessegnon, Shaqiri and Solanke all on there. So slight tweaks to the bench, but still very, very similar squad overall. Let's crack on with the game. It's going to be the last one of the episode. Then we might venture a few days into the January transfer window. We'll wait and see exactly how much time that we have. Yeah, let's get on with this game. Everton find themselves in 4th position, 5 points behind us, with 4 points in front of second place Stoke City now. I'm assuming they've dropped some points over the last couple of games, so we have got an opportunity maybe to extend our lead in front of them, but certainly we've got an opportunity to extend our lead in front of 4th. It's the last game of the year as well, so we'll go into 2018 after this. let's try and end the year with a good result. So let's crack on with this game, the big Merseyside derby at Goodison Park for this match against Everton. Let's see how we get on against our big rivals. Try and put in another good performance like we did against Swansea, and hopefully we can away with a good victory and a few goals as well. Good chance for Everton, and it's a penalty. 7 minutes in, the referee has deemed that as a penalty. Matip going in behind on the Everton attacker, brings him down. I'm not so sure myself. Obviously, it was never intending for him to fall over here. We're just obviously sticking out our foot to try and get to the ball. We'll watch it back. For me, I don't think there's enough contact. No, it's pretty light, I think. I think he's gone down far too easily. That's my opinion. But it's going to be a penalty for Everton nevertheless. And I think it's going to be Sigurdsson to step up. 7 minutes into this game. It could be a good start for them. Hopefully, we're able to save it. I'm going to go left, I think. But we'll wait and see what he does. Let's go left. No, he goes right. And he scores 1-0. Everton take the lead. Not the start that we're after. We lose our clean sheet once again. Look at that for a switch there to Mane. Great chance for him. He's in behind the fullback. Vincent Kompany, who's playing for Everton now, is a player we're going to try and attack. It's over to Salah. He'll take a touch and shoot, but it's deflected into the path of Pickford. Interesting signing for Everton. Wijnaldum into Firmino. Oh, overhead kick. It was saved by Pickford quite comfortably. Didn't help that he was also right at him. What a switch. Finds Salah. Vincent Kompany's going to have to play catch-up here. Salah's got more pace than him. Salah's still going, waiting for the cutback. Into Firmino, takes a touch, shoots and scores. It's 1-1 back at level terms. We've not had that many chances in this game at all, but it's Firmino who scores here, and 37 minutes into the game we find ourselves back on level terms with Everton. Great play from Salah, just finding that pass. It was supposed to go to Mane originally, but Firmino was in a better position anyway by the time he'd hung back and found the ball, and smacks it home past Pickford. 1-1. Good chance for Everton, and they've got themselves back in front again. Literally 2 chances, 2 goals. I mean, they have had opportunities going forward. They've ran forward, they've got around our box, but in terms of shots, they've not really had that many. So it's annoying that they just go forward and score like this. It's an immediate response to us scoring, obviously. This always happens from the opposition. Happened in the last game at Swansea, happens in this one. You score, then the opposition scores. It keeps happening. And so Sigurdsson gets the goal once again, and it's now 2-1. Everton back in front. One thing it is doing is making for a more lively game. That's it for the first half, still losing the game 2-1 here against Everton. Did not expect to be saying that's a half-time in this game. It's been a very frustrating one for us. Everton find themselves in front. I was hoping to at least go in at level, but hasn't happened for us for whatever reason, and we now need to fight a little bit more in the second half to get the goals that we need to win. Chance. Oh, I thought we got a third. Literally, just one shot is all they need, and it seems to just fly in every time. This time it doesn't, though, luckily for us. But it's still a very good chance for them. Salah now hoping to hit them on the counter-attack. Still going, trying to shoot, and gets a shot away, but saved by Pickford. And will probably be cleared away, I think, in the end. Chan into Wijnaldum. Oh, deflects in. It's 2-2. We've managed to get a goal. It's a very fluky one. I think it would have been saved pretty comfortably by Pickford. But luckily, we've managed to get a deflection out off. I think the defender couldn't quite tell that it was Kompany or someone else, but it'll go down as, I think, a Wijnaldum goal anyway. You see, just approaches this one. Good little layoff, actually. And it's not Kompany. I think it might be Michael Keane in there who manages to get the goal. I think it'll be Wijnaldum that gets it. It will be. And that's 2-2 now. Back at level terms. Got to try and get in front, though, for the first time. Wijnaldum. Into Chan. Chan looking for Salah. Oh, what a chance. What a save by Pickford. Salah nearly puts us in front. And Everton are starting to struggle now. They're on the back foot here in this game. And they're probably going to try and cling on for a 2-2 draw, I'd imagine, the way it's going. Just got to try and push them a little bit further. Mane still going, looking for a cross into the back post for Salah on the volley. Didn't connect with it very well. Firmino, what a pass that is. Why'd you have to mess it up, Turney? Why'd you have to mess it up? Okay, all 3 changes. Sessegnon, Solanke and Oxlade-Chamberlain's come on, and we're going to take off Wijnaldum, Firmino and Mane. Salah on the right-hand side now. We'll see how it goes. Final 12-15 minutes. Just hoping that we've got enough in those changes to win us the game. Solanke, ball into Salah there. Can he bring it down? Yes, he has. Great chance for Salah. Can he get the third and final goal? He's got the third, and there we are. We're in front for the first time in this game. It's Mohamed Salah from the right-hand side coming in and scoring 83 minutes into this match. Fantastic news for us. We're finally in front. And it's that man Salah who does it. Obviously switched him to the right-hand side for the remainder of this game, having made those changes. And it seems to have worked here. Picked him out really well. He's just able to get away from his man, who just seems to jog behind him. And he toe pokes it past the goalkeeper. 3-2, and we're in front. So I'm sure Everton are going to throw a lot of players forward here. Maybe even Vincent Kompany. We'll wait and see, but it could be a very interesting end to this game. Got to make sure we don't give away the ball too easily. And just got to try and keep hold of the ball as well, because if we have it, they don't. Turney will take this one into the corner flank. Happy to just keep it there. No real need to take it out of this corner if we... Okay, what a challenge, that's fantastic. Back into the corner with Turner, here we go. And Gale will try and win it back off him. Just going to try and keep hold of it, but we've not done that very well either. Referee should blow his whistle, surely. There's a couple of minutes to go, maybe. Michael Keane forward, Florenzi going forward here. Challenge went flying in. Chance here for them here. Klaas-St. Lewis in. Schneiderlin volleys it miles over the bar, and that's it. We've won the Merseyside derby 3-2. An eventful game. A game that we only just led towards the end of that match, but we eventually managed to get ourselves a victory through Mohamed Salah. He is the match winner here. And we've got ourselves a 3-2 victory. Happy with that, obviously. Not so happy the way that we conceded 2 goals, but sometimes it happens, particularly the penalty. It was very unfortunate, 7 minutes in for that to happen. But we did manage to eventually come back into the game very late on. And we get the Merseyside victory there. Very happy about that. And we can move on to the January transfer window now, which will probably have a few days we can probably sim through, but we won't really be able to sign anybody, I don't think. Good news for us as well, Stoke City draw to Bournemouth 1-1, so that means that obviously they drop more points. That gives us another 2 points advantage over them, which should put us, I think, 6 points in front now. Yeah, 6 points in front of Stoke City, but 5 in front of Spurs. They must have got a victory or something in their game. And as you can see, we enter the January transfer window now. Loads of emails to take a look at, loads of players leaving. We're going to go through all those players as well. Ojo leaves us, he goes to Derby County. Harry Wilson leaves us, he goes to Sheffield United. Lallana to Bayern Leverkusen, so got to remember that one, that's a big deal. Daniel Sturridge to Leicester City. Pedro goes to Fulham, Danny Ings to Watford, James Milner to Burnley. Loads of players leaving. We should have £70+ million to spend, I think, now. Tarkowski wants to leave. There's going to have to be a massive change in the squad, because the squad's massive at the moment. It's so big, the squad. I don't know if the change is going to be in this window or summer. It'll probably be both, to be honest, but we're going to have to try and decide who's going to stay, who's going to leave. It's going to be pretty difficult for the most part. But Tarkowski wants to leave. I don't really want him to leave, to be honest, but we'll try and sort it out in this window. So I'm going to take a look at how much money we've got. £80 million. Not too bad. One thing we're going to try and get sorted, though, before we end today's episode is the signing of Fekir. This is the guy who's been massively linked with the £70 million move to Liverpool in real life. We're going to see whether we can try and get him in this career mode as well. Obviously, our budget will probably be massively taken over by this deal, but there's still players to get rid of as well, like Shaqiri. So we could even try and chuck him in as part of this deal, which I think I might do here. I might not be interested in that position, but we'll wait and find out. £20.5 million offered. Are they interested? No. They want a midfielder. We have a lot of those, so that's a good sign. I think the guy to try and move on is Aaron Ramsey. Now, we signed him on a free last season, or was it last season? Yeah, last season. For this season, and it hasn't really worked for him since joining. We're going to offer him, see what they say. They might not be interested. They are, but they want 50.1 million and Aaron Ramsey, who's worth 22.5. Right, well, that can't happen. So we're going to go for, I think, like 38, which is a massive drop down, but still is like £15.5 million combined. So maybe you go 40 instead. We'll see what they say to that, what they're going to say to 40. They want 44.3 plus a sell-on clause. Okay, that's interesting. But still not really what I was wanting to go for. We'll go 41 plus the sell-on clause. Let's go with that. They've got to accept that, surely. It's a great deal. That's a better offer. They agree the deal for Fekir. Now we have to get the contract sorted, and he will be a Liverpool player. That could be a big one for us. Really looking forward to using him next episode. 87 rated. It also allows us to play a 4-3-3 attacking formation as well, which would be really good, I think, with this team. So let's try and negotiate. Let's try and get this deal over the line. Crucial first-team player we'll go with. He might well want a release clause, but I'm probably going to deny that, and we'll go a 4-year contract for him. Doesn't want a release clause, that's good news as well, it's nice to see. We'll accept the no release clause and go ahead onto his wage. Okay, so I have to sort of pluck a number out of the dark here, I'm not really too sure what to give him. So I'll go 140 as the starting offer, he might want more, let's wait and see. No, 120, so it wasn't actually anywhere near. So we are going to counter, get rid of the goal bonus, and I think just offer him 130 and £1.5 million sign-on fee. Submit that offer, see what he says, and he should agree. He has done, and he's got himself a good deal there, I think. Fekir joins the club, very happy with that deal. We've got rid of Aaron Ramsey to Lyon as part of that deal as well, so we've got rid of one of our midfielders, which helps us massively because we're trying to move those players on if we can, and we have done with one of them. Fekir joins us, that's him in a Liverpool top now, really impressed with that one, really pleased about it, and he will play as a centre-back in mid for us. Maybe as a striker occasionally, but more likely as a player to go in behind the striker, and looking forward to his performances in-game. And that will be starting next episode. massive deal over the line. Great way to end the episode. That will be everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes for signing Fekir, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Approaching 18,000 subscribers now. My target is the big one, obviously 20,000 and 25,000, which you guys can help out massively by obviously hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.